I was born in Belfast 75 years ago. I grew up in Dundonald, which is an outer suburb of Belfast. Married Naomi at 21 and had 2 lovely daughters. Early married life in the 1960s was spent in Ballyhackamore, an inner suburb of Belfast. But my job soon took me to England, where I spent the next 46 years, including 12 years of retirement. Naomi and I love the sea, but in Northampton, where we lived for most of those 46 years, we were 140 miles from the sea in any direction. So instead of motoring frequently to Bournemouth, we decided 4 years ago to move back to Bangor. The call of the sea was so strong that we left behind our two daughters and 5 adult grandchildren in different parts of England. How we sold up in Northampton and bought our bungalow in Bangor is an interesting story by itself, perhaps for another time. Suffice to say that our enjoyment together of the beach at Ballyholme was short-lived. It lasted some 21 months before Naomi, at the age of 72, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease and immediately hospitalised in a secure unit. With hindsight, I now realise that she'd been suffering for a number of years, undiagnosed and of course unrecognised by me. What I do recognise, however, is that the God whom I trusted 60 years ago as a 15-year-old schoolboy has directed every aspect of my life. And that includes the return to our roots in Northern Ireland. Why would he stop directing my life at a time when I need him most? He wouldn't, would he? And that's why I continue to trust him no matter what. Naomi is in a care home in Newton Hearts, 3/4 of a mile as the crow flies from where she was born. She's as happy as the progression of her disease allows, and she is lovingly cared for by the dedicated band of people in that place. God's hand is everywhere to be seen in my circumstances. Some of my time has been freed up to allow worship with others of like mind in Hamilton Road Baptist Church. My whole family are frequent visitors from their homes in England, and of course I visit them. I'm looking forward with keen anticipation to the direction in which God points me next. He hasn't failed me in 60 years. He's not going to start now. Let me share with you what the Bible says about this very same God. Where in Isaiah chapter 26, verses 3 and 4, the prophet, talking about God, says this: "You will keep him in perfect peace, those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord himself is the rock eternal.